Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be able to talk to you about invasive weeds. The globe has a problem with invasive weeds. Australia, it hasn't escaped that problem, and in fact I believe that we are at the forefront of weed management. This is a major food producer in Queensland. As you can see, there's a problem. There's a huge weed bank there. Now, who would know that there is actually a food crop underneath that? Now, whoever can identify that crop deserves a prize, but I'll keep you guessing until later. Weeds reduce yields by 30%. Cost about $5 billion directly or indirectly to manage each year. Over the last 20 years, the search for new modes of action has been very, very slow. It's excruciatingly slow. For the last half century, we've been riding not on the sheep's back, as the saying goes, but on the back of glyphosate. Glyphosate has revolutionized agriculture. It's made billions of dollars. It's a $10 billion industry in the US. It's a $500 million industry in Australia. Glyphosate has actually made Australia an agricultural superpower. But this is beginning to come to an end, because over time, weeds have developed resistance through overuse, through spray drift, but through natural evolution. There are 514 weed types that are resistant to 167 herbicides in 71 countries. The actual cost of resistance worldwide is $50 billion. Now, if that isn't bad, the situation on the 30th of July this year potentially is going to make it a whole lot worse, because the APVMA regulator are proposing to restrict the use of two essential herbicides, paraquat and diquat, to supplement the use of glyphosate in the treatment of resistant weeds. The National Farmers Federation and the grain growers are up in arms. They think this is going to send Australian agriculture back 20 years, back to the times of tilling. And the farmers are left, well, you may be taking away, two essential tools that we need. So, NonTox comes onto the stage. It's been 7 years in the making. We had a fail 5 years ago, but I'm pleased to say that in February of this year, the APVMA approved a new bioherbicide formulation, Bionex C4, which is sustainable. It doesn't translocate, it's non-toxic, it preserves the quality of nutrients and moisture in the water, and it's an ideal candidate for precision technology. I'm assisted by a great team of people and with a great depth of experience in our field, and I would not be here talking to you today without them. Going back to that picture, in July this year, the Queensland Fruit and Vegetable Growers Association came to us and said, we have a problem with 4 or 5 of our farms in southeast Queensland. They have a common problem, we need to fix it, we need something that will not translocate. So they asked us if we could do a trial for them. Of course we said yes. And those trials occurred in August of this year. 30 days after the trial was completed, we had our results. We knew the outcome, and we also knew what the crop was. Under those weeds, there were pineapples. Who would have known? And if anybody had guessed what they were, they do deserve a prize. So we have support and recognition. We have our APVMA registration. We have registration in New Zealand. We have collaborations underway with the Queensland Department of Agriculture and Fisheries and the University of Queensland. But most important of all, we have support from growers. That's a direct quote from Queensland Fruit and Vegetable Growers. I'll read it. Bionic C4 has the potential to be a replacement for traditional herbicides. Coupled with precision application technology, Bionic C4 can drastically change the way by which farmers manage weed populations. What are we here for today to ask is we need partners. We need to exploit this opportunity. We have a pipeline of continuous development. We know their customers. You all know customers are looking for alternative solutions. So if we're going to turn the tables on weeds, we need more products like Bionic C4. We need you to join us and help the farmers win the battle against weeds. Thank you.